bit of a spoiler as you take a look at how Curaçao has gotten here. 1-0 losers to Trinidad, 1-0 to Martinique. So close in both of those matches, and they lost just 2-1 to Panama. All one goal differentials for Curaçao as they get their second consecutive home match in this window. While Trinidad and Tobago, they are here by winning 1-goal matches as well. 1-0 over Curaçao, 3-2 over El Salvador, and 3-2 over Guatemala. They have the most goals in Group A, but they've given up the second most in Group A. So this could be a high-scoring, high-flying affair between two sides in League A and Group A that are looking to put the bow on group stage play with a flourish. Trinidad and Tobago and Curaçao squaring off here in Curaçao for the 10th time. Curaçao, both of their meetings against Trinidad and Tobago have come on their home pitch. Pre-match festivities come your way here in just a moment. We'll guide you through the entirety of the standings and the scenarios this evening as Curaçao plays host to Trinidad and Tobago in Concacaf Nations League play here in League A and Group A's finale. Back with more in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Stadion Ergilio Hato, Willemstad, Curaçao, for tonight's Concacaf Nations League group match, please welcome Trinidad and Tobago and Curaçao. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand as we first listen to the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago. Curaçao.
We are just about ready to roll this evening. Curaçao and Trinidad and Tobago squaring off here this evening. This is the third time, check that, actually the fourth time in the last 5 meetings that these two countries meet on the football surface in Curaçao. And Trinidad and Tobago will see this lineup against Curaçao here tonight. As you take a look at the starting 11, Trevor Dornbush, the 24-year-old who plays in the Netherlands, will be in goal. Jerian Gari, 29 years of age, making his 30th cap for Curaçao, will captain this side. Ergilio Hunga is the only man that has scored so far for Curaçao in this tournament. A stoppage time goal against Panama. Our official this evening, and our entire officiating group, is from Honduras. And Said Martinez is our referee for tonight's matchup. The captain for Curaçao, Jerry Ngari, and Aubrey David, the captain for Trinidad and Tobago, meet in the middle for the coin toss. Here is these two sides get ready to tie a bow on group stage play. Curaçao have been relegated to Group B. I guess League B is more accurate. They will be relegated, as will El Salvador. Neither of those two sides have won so far, and here's how Trinidad and Tobago lines up here this evening. There is no Nathaniel James. He scored twice, including the game winner against Curaçao late in that first meeting between these two sides. But they will have plenty of goal-scoring power out there. Ryan Telford has scored so far in this tournament, as is Alvin Jones and Justin Garcia, and they're all in the starting 11 for Trinidad and Tobago here, led by Angus Eve. And it will be Curaçao in the blue uniforms tonight, while it'll be the all-white for the Soca Warriors. We're going to keep our eyes on everything around Group A here this evening. Trinidad needs a draw. A win would solidify their position and their post. And they would also get the lowest ranked FIFA team in the quarterfinals next month of Concacaf Nations League play. There are scenarios where they don't advance to quarterfinal action. The whistle blows, and here we go. From Curaçao, the final matchup of group play. Simultaneous activities, Panama and Guatemala, El Salvador and Martinique. And every match has something of importance to keep our eyes on. Jamaica and Honduras have advanced out of Group B. That matchup wrapping up just 2 nights ago on Sunday. How do these two sides come out? Curaçao can play spoiler. They've already been relegated. Trinidad and Tobago need just a draw, so not necessarily a lot in their necessity to go forward. Although it is ranked, the 4 teams that advance out of the group stage will be ranked based off of points accumulated in the group stage, with the United States, Mexico, Canada, and Costa Rica awaiting. Those teams will be seeded based off of FIFA ranking that will be updated after the group stage. Curaçao on possession. There's Trevor Dornbush. He's been the man between the pipes all tournament long. Markello gives it right back to Dornbush. Slings it out towards midfield. You really do have to wonder for Trinidad and Tobago, how aggressive are you? When you look at the first meeting between these two sides, Curaçao had more shots. They had the ball 2/3 of the time as well in terms of possession. Michael Watring and our entire crew, grateful to have you on board here this evening as we dial in for this matchup. Kickoff underway in all 3. And tonight, the final night of the League A group stage. No necessity here for Denzel Smith to come out quickly. The 24-year-old who plays for Club Sando. In the Trinidad, watch Juninho Bocunha, who last scored a year ago, but has been A good goal-scoring threat in his club teams. He's a man to keep an eye on for Curaçao, as well as Rangelo Jenga. Jenga has nearly 100 goals for his club side. Long ball sent down the yard. And be picked up by Denzel Smith. Trinidad Tobago has been as high as number 25 in the FIFA rankings, but that was over 2 decades ago. They sit at number 98, but they have been impenetrable in this tournament. Have not trailed. 1-0 win against Curaçao. Took the 87th minute to get there. They did trail, for 5 minutes against El Salvador. And they were down 2-0 to Guatemala as well before they scored 3 after that. As Trinidad have trailed for a grand total of 10 minutes in this tournament. A whistle and a foul on Trinidad. Cullen Heron and Ryan Moore. 2 men in there. Moore has also scored so far in Nations League. When you look up and down the table, you see the points that are available for all sides. Entering the night, Trinidad and Tobago and Panama were the 2 teams that had the stranglehold and controlled their own destiny. Martinique facing off against El Salvador. A win and a Panama draw or loss would get Martinique through to the quarterfinals. Alvin Jones twisting, turning, working along the sideline for Trinidad and Tobago. Looked clean in the Curaçao eyes, but not in our officials' eyes. Martinez right there, blowing the whistle and giving possession back. Where we're at in Curaçao is Willemstad. As you take another look at Hackshaw trying to get out of the end. This area known for the production of elite athletes, specifically baseball. When you look at players like Jair Jurgens, Vladimir Ballantyne, Jerickson Profar, Andrew Jones, Ozzy Albies, Kenley Jansen, and Jonathan Scope, all from this area. In terms of players on the field, we'll see Elson Hoy, the 31-year-old, come off the bench. He is also from this area. Some tennis players, activists, politicians from the nation's capital of Curaçao. Here's a penetration opportunity. Goret fires one through. It's blocked away. And while he's on his backside, it hits him in the hand. A violation also against Curaçao. Population just shy of 140,000. As you take another look at that last sequence, see him sitting on his backside. It's good work by Goret. The ball came right back to him. He scored twice. Son of the skipper of this group. Trinidad, as I mentioned, have been maybe a little more patient than others to score so far in this tournament. Here's a nice, well-played ball in. It's brought down, slinging the shot through, and Rangelo Jenga has opened the scoring. Curaçao is out in front right at the outset of this one. La Familia Azul 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. It's a well-timed run and a flawless pass. The 31-year-old galloping through. Take another look at it. It's a well-timed ball, and the run's perfect between 2 defenders. Patience, poise, and a finish, and it's the 3rd time in 4 group stage matches that Trinidad and Tobago have trailed in the first half. Ergilio Jenga with the opener. And what a start it is for Curaçao. Just their second goal of the tournament so far. But it is a opening goal. And it makes things quite interesting for the teams trying to chase Trinidad and Tobago. Choices to deliver here through the 18 this time around. Kuwas trying to get some space, trying to find the angle. Trinidad and Tobago shut him down for a moment. Now Markello. Markello! He's high on this one. But danger continues to lurk in the attack for Curaçao. Here's how Trinidad does not advance. It's if Martinique wins and they make up the goal differential. Martinique playing El Salvador. Goal differential between the two sides is 3 right now. And now it's Trinidad and Tobago's turn to run forward. Avre sent right back to him. What a start it is for Curaçao on the home pitch. Trinidad and Tobago have won 11 of the first 17 meetings between these two countries. But Curaçao won the prior meeting before Nations League play this year. Back in 2015, it was Curaçao 1 and Trinidad and Tobago 0. An 85th minute goal from Vicento proved to be the difference in that match. The other win for Curaçao, you have to go back to 1969. In December, it was a 3-1 win. So that is what these two sides are staring at this point. What it does for Curaçao is it gives them something positive to build on. Curaçao, definitely a younger group. Shuffling through their rotations. But Ergilio Jenga, who just scored 4 days ago in stoppage time against Panama for the first goal for Curaçao in this tournament, has opened this one, and now he's back on the prowl. Hackshaw gets the first piece and fires it away. 10th minute of play. Curaçao 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. All the Soca Warriors need is a draw or some help from El Salvador against Martinique. Curaçao has been relegated. That ball intercepted. Curaçao playing on the front foot early. Gari fires it through. Back to him. Gari pokes. Goes down, but the flag was up, and it is offside. The danger looming. A Curaçao team that has lost 9 of its last 10. A friendly victory against Puerto Rico on June 13th. Or check that, a friendly draw against Puerto Rico on June 13th. The last win for Curaçao came in Nations League play in June of 2022. They beat Honduras 2-1. Bocuna and Vanderherk would have the goals in that one. How does Trinidad and Tobago respond? They're looking for a 4th consecutive win for the first time since 2014, when they rattled off 5 straight wins in Caribbean Cup action. Eyes and ears focused on the other matches as well. That is what Trinidad and Tobago have to worry about against a Martinique side that, despite having 6 points, is -1 in goal differential. When you look at the Trinidad and Tobago lineup tonight, they have some goal-scoring punch sitting on the bench. It will be another second half performance from the Soca Warriors. Here's Curaçao again. It's nifty, shifty, back to the top, shooting, scoring. What a start! Curaçao with 2 goals in the first dozen minutes, pulling off a shocking start against Trinidad and Tobago. Godfrey Romerito, his first goal for Curaçao, and the 24-year-old puts La Familia Azul ahead 2-0. No resistance in the back. Curaçao patient. This dribble here sets it up. Romerito in space. Nobody coming up to intercept. And it's an impeccable finish. It all starts with a run of Gori. And Romerito just patiently waiting. It's an excellent first touch. And it's a flawless strike. 2 goals in the first dozen minutes. And Curaçao has put League A and Group A on notice. If somebody wants to overtake Trinidad and Tobago, 2 goals to none. And for the second time in this tournament, Trinidad and Tobago is behind 2-0. They trailed Guatemala after the opening 30 minutes. In the 36th, they got a PK. In the 54th, Rian Moore equalized, and Nathaniel James had the game winner in the 89th minute. How does Trinidad and Tobago respond? Held by 2 goals. I mentioned at the outset, only El Salvador has given up more goals than Trinidad and Tobago so far in this tournament. Things are getting interesting here in League A and Group A, and we've barely settled into this one so far. What a start it is for Curaçao, and Panama have just scored, and they have overtaken Trinidad and Tobago for the top spot in League A and Group A. It is so valuable right now when you're thinking about positioning. The group runners-up will have to go against either the United States or Mexico. Those 2 teams, number 11 and number 12 in the FIFA rankings. Canada and Costa Rica are 44 and 46 respectively. Those would be the 2 teams that the winners will have to challenge in a home-away leg in the quarterfinals. Winning the group, valuable. And Trinidad and Tobago is now number 2. And all eyes shift to Martinique and El Salvador. Curaçao aggressive, nothing to lose. They're the most dangerous team. They've already been relegated, but they've scored twice. It's a quick restart as you take another look at the foul. This one controlled quite calmly by Denzel Smith. What a night it is. Some wind picking up. A very, very warm evening for October. Nabil Hackshaw sends it backwards. Aubrey David. David will take a couple steps forward. Send it backwards. Enga and Romerito have scored. Hackshaw unleashes a pass. The intended target is Moore. It bounces. Moore bounces it into the chest of Dornbush. That was a rather dangerous decision to be made by the back line and Dornbush. Here's another look at it. Nearly catastrophic from Benhima. Alberto Carrasquita has scored in the 14th minute for Panama. So your live league table in League A and Group A, Panama 10 points, Trinidad and Tobago 9. Martinique has not scored yet against El Salvador. That would make things extremely interesting because Trinidad and Tobago's goal differential is now at just +1. A lead for Martinique would get them to 0 and make this thing very fascinating. Curaçao eyeing a third. Back to the top, unleashing the shot. Hackshaw blocks, second chance. Curaçao. Do they get the third? No. Offside. The flag up, wiping away that goal-scoring chance. Well, if it wasn't for that initial block, Trinidad and Tobago were in danger. Here are your updated group standings. Panama has overtaken the top slot, 10 points, +5 goal differential. Trinidad and Tobago clinging to the number 2 position right now. Can Martinique get a goal to make things difficult on Trinidad and Tobago? But they've only taken one shot, has Martinique. All eyes circulating around simultaneous activities with 3 matches taking place in the 16th League A Group A table. There was a route for Guatemala to qualify for the quarterfinals, but they are behind of Panama. Once again, Cuis, it's a well-timed run. It's a good angle on the pass. Waiting for overlappers. Sending it back, long distance shot, this time Smith smothering it. Curaçao, ultra dangerous in the attack now. So decisive. Seems open. Here it is again. Take a look. Once again, it's Gory pulling the strings. Who does he elect? It is Bocuña. Smith did well to ensure that that wasn't a juicy rebound. How does Trinidad and Tobago get a little bit of possession? Moore was giving chase. Dornbush will settle it down. Trinidad and Tobago were limited to just 8 shots when these two teams met on September 7th in the opener. Curaçao have scored now in 2 of their first 3 shots after being held off the board in 14 shot attempts in the first matchup. You look at these two sides in the history. Goals are +34 Trinidad and Tobago, 37-13. Trinidad and Tobago have 10 shutouts in 17 all-time matches against Curaçao. Curaçao, again, so dangerous. Jenga in space. Markello through the middle. High arcing pass. Hello, Hanga was not making that run quickly enough. Pass a little bit out of his reach. Zeal Smith plays for Club Sando and Trinidad and Tobago. What a start it was for Curaçao. If you're just joining us, Jenga scoring in the 7th minute, Romero in the 12th minute. Curaçao relegated in Nations League to League B. But 2 goals tonight, looking to play spoiler against Trinidad and Tobago, who entered the night atop the league table. But with a good Martinique performance and this result perhaps holding, Trinidad and Tobago would not advance to the quarterfinals. Trinidad and Tobago unbeaten in its last 8 in Nations League play. They haven't lost since 2-1 at Nicaragua on June 3rd, 2022. And for the 2nd time in this tournament, they are behind by 2 goals to none. Came back to win against Guatemala 3-2. It was a late shocker from Nathaniel James. Where the moments come from now for Trinidad and Tobago, just trying to see some of the ball. Dornbush and company have been so poised. There's a foul whistled. Frustration from Rampersad. Patience right now from Curaçao. When you look at the FIFA rankings, Curaçao is actually ranked higher than Trinidad and Tobago by 10 slots. Only won once in the last 15 entering this tournament. They come in the build again, Cuas, 30-year-old. He plays in Turkey, uses his left foot to fire it into the box. It's Smith quickly out, putting an end to that fire forward. So tight, so compact is Curaçao. Always 4 members. La Emilia Azul putting an end to any kind of routes moving forward. Here's Anita. Shovels it wide left. That's where Curaçao have been at their most dangerous. Both goals have been from that left-hand side. Initially, Gari passing and possession. Dominant right now for Curaçao. Here's Kuas. Able to get past the run of Ross Russell. Hackshaw. So much strength. Fingers it forward. Benhima. Markello. Here's Romerito. Jenga. Trying to give and go. Jenga was on his move. So confident right now. You just see how they're playing. I feel like they can connect any pass. Trinidad Tobago find some rhythm now in the defensive attack. Trying to force the pressure, trying to force the ball off the feet. Still scoreless between Martinique and El Salvador. Panama still out in front of Guatemala 1-0. Headed back to the ground. Out to get it, Smith, despite the pressure. Gori. Nice smile. Man that plays in Qatar for his club. Look at it. Good positioning there by Alvin Jones. Next shot. On 50 career appearances for his country. Has it once again. He'd be a decisive decision maker. Moved him slightly up the pitch. Trinidad and Tobago trying to unlock the stranglehold that this Curaçao defense has. This has been the best possession. That's fine work on the right-hand side. Punanherro able to get it back. Michelle Punanherro has it blocked. Out wide now. Avre cutting it back. Twisting. More. Another rejection. More. Forcing this defense to scramble so many times. Moore will watch it out. And it is a corner coming up here for Trinidad and Tobago. Curaçao handling every threat being posted right now by Trinidad and Tobago. Excellent work. Moore so many times looked like he was going to be able to find space, but Juninho Bacuna all over his backside. Corner's taken short. Avre sends it back. Second ball in. Angled wide by Garcia. As I mentioned, look at Trinidad and Tobago. It's not a clean sheet. They've given up multiple goals here in this recent run in Nations League play. Glance at the opening header attempt by Justin Garcia. Garcia scored the game winner against El Salvador on September 10th. Second matchup for Trinidad and Tobago. Now have seen more of the ball. Ultra poised, ultra patient. Once again, they had 67% of possession in the first meeting in this tournament against Trinidad and Tobago. They have 63 as it stands. Kuas perfectly shoveled forward. Bacuna. Once more, it's Kuas. Decided for the shot. Hackshaw. Good run forward. Unable to keep it in play as Michelle Punanherro. 2 years of old, plays for Port of Spain. And Tobago have several players in their early 20s. Future looks bright with the Trinidad and Tobago team. This ball bounces into the box. Ricochets out. It's good work and effort to keep it in play here by Moore. Moore, Puran cutting it back. Moore keeping his onside run. Puran again decides to pass it. It's headed back across. It's fired away by Van Hema. Hackshaw, magnificent on his run. Kept that ball in play twice. Curaçao clears, but only as far as a retreating Rampersad. Advantage played after he got taken out. Aubrey David slithers one over to Punan. Intercepted, foul, after it was trying to be brought down by Aubrey. Here it is again. You can see Aubrey come in, and then it's just a high sweeping boot of Markello. Scores staying steady after early fireworks across League A and Group A. Hello, Hanga. Godfrey Romero scored in this one in the 7th and 12th minutes, respectively. How does Trinidad and Tobago handle this ball? Who's the man of choice? Alvin Jones. Alvin Jones rises and fires. It's Bocunia. Ricochets to the sideline. Throw in coming. Jones looking for somebody. Continues to hold on to the ball, and now we'll just leave it. And Curaçao upset about that. Now it's Ross Russell's turn. He takes it quickly. Aubrey David pushes it forward. Contact, advantage played, no foul. "30 minutes in the books. Curaçao 2, Trinidad and Tobago 0. With our broadcast crew here in Willemstad, Curaçao. I'm Michael Watrank. Come and hang out with us here in League A Group A finale between Curaçao and Trinidad and Tobago. Rangelo Hanga and Godfrey Romero scoring in the opening 12 minutes. And the team in Curaçao that has been relegated against the team that was the top team in League A Group A. In front 2-0 for Curaçao. Trinidad and Tobago have been behind in each of their last 2 matches in group stage action. Come back to win both. 3-0. Entering the night, they were the only unbeaten team and without a draw in this tournament in League A and Group A. Here's a run, funneled through, intercepted though by Gari. It's an out, but only as far as Hackshaw turns it to Russell. Russell chooses this left sideline. Aubrey under a great deal of stress, and a foul is whistled, much to the disdain of the Curaçao side. In the last 10 matches, Curaçao have only scored 5 goals, but tonight they've scored twice. So take a look at Shuri and Gari with the foul. And now Trinidad and Tobago looking for its response. All they needed was a draw tonight to advance. Not have been overtaken by Martinique. As it stands, Martinique needs a win and overcome the goal differential number. Telfair. It will be Ryan Telfer. Hesitates on the first, now raises the hand. Boomerangs it in, Hackshaw able to win it. It does go always wide. Nevertheless, a sign, Trinidad and Tobago getting closer. Always tough technique there for Hackshaw. You're attacking it, you're trying to stay on top of it. Directed on frame. Do so on that pass. 2-0. Curaçao continues to hold on to this lead. These two sides went nearly 8 years without playing each other. And now they play for the second time in the span of 5 weeks. Here's a giveaway. Space forward, cutting it back, bobbling, shooting, save! Dornbush denies more. How about Dornbush? Coming out, making himself big. Moore had his sights set on getting one back for the Soca Warriors. Dornbush denies. Corner kick, however, Ryan Telfer fires one in, and he'll get another crack at it if he keeps it in. Over to greet him is Romero. Getting to the touchline, Telfer goes back post this time around. Aubrey David brings it down. Goes back out, Russell. Russell accelerating. Russell takes a couple bounces. Who did this hit last? It's Curaçao. It's another corner as well. Trinidad and Tobago looking to get one back here before halftime, if not more. Russell, the son of the former Trinidadian football manager and keeper by the same name. And with roughly 10 minutes plus any stoppage time to go here in the first half, Trinidad and Tobago down 2. This ball not hit that well by Telfer. Not cleared, however, though, by Curaçao. Into the box it goes. Flag is up for offside. That puts an end to that little moment of surge from Trinidad and Tobago. Now out shooting Curaçao 6-5. Still 1-0 Panama on top of Guatemala. And no score between Martinique and El Salvador. Martinique have just 2 shots. As it stands right now, Panama and Trinidad and Tobago through to the quarterfinals. They would join the U.S., Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Honduras into the quarterfinals. Trinidad and Tobago doesn't advance if Martinique wins and overcomes the goal differential of Trinidad and Tobago this evening. They could be the #1 team in the group with a win or a draw. It's a Panama draw loss against Guatemala. Here comes Curaçao again, eyeing a third. Dribbling to the touchline. Punched down by Smith. It's loose in the 18. Bodies on the deck. Bacuna through the middle. A chance denied. And sent away. So many hectic moments inside of the 18 already. And Curaçao just could not find enough space. Yet again, Virginia and Curaçao looking to create. Trinidad and Tobago have been under a great deal of stress this opening 45. Chances for Curaçao have been so deceptive. Difficult to handle. knuckling switch. And yet again, Gory will pull the strings. Who does he want this time? This time it is Romero. He stumbles. And that stumble forces him off the ball. Gory gives chase. Telfer cannot keep it in. Goes out for a throw. Near side it goes. Juninho Pucunha. 50 on the initial touch. Russell takes it away. Russell glides forward. Avre able to keep it in, but they do whistle a foul on Juninho Pucunha. Can be a quick restart for Trinidad and Tobago if they choose.
What did he do? What did he do?
All 3 goals in this group stage that we've seen so far. In the finale, across the 3 matches, came in the first 15 minutes. Turned into a bit of a defensive tussle across every other match. Trinidad and Tobago looking to unleash their comeback ability. Can they make it 3 comeback wins in 4 group stage matches? Curaçao gather in confidence in their finale in Nations League play. Hackshaw carries. Russell touches. Hackshaw once more. Taken off the ball. Martello does extremely well. Feeds Pucunha. Pucunha unable to latch up. Long distance pass for Rogelio Jenga. Take another look at it. Rogelio Jenga scored the opener in the 7th minute. And yet again, Gory pulling the strings. Gory! He's wide this time. He was trying to add a goal after he had an assist earlier. Thumbs up. That sums up the opening 45. If you're Curaçao, another glance at it. Could not quite curve it around and get it inside of the far post. Dornbush came up with that big save. On more in the 34th minute. Kept this at a 2-goal differential. As it stands, Trinidad and Tobago have done enough to advance to the quarterfinals. Where 6 teams get a bid to the Copa America. 4 quarterfinal victors, and then the 2 play-in winners of the non-advancing groups. Hackshaw. See Curaçao played this very tight, compact middle of the yard. Intercepted. Jenga. Romero. Here's Gory again. Decides to lay it back. Anita to the middle. Van Hema. Next shot. Here's Curaçao again building. Gory finding space. It slings back out. Gory still on the run. Gory getting a different angle. Slick maneuver. Gory back through the middle. Nobody attacking the ball in the penalty circle. And it gets cleared away by Trinidad and Tobago. I'll tell you what, Kenji Gory has been the most dangerous player on the field for either side. anytime that he has the ball on his feet. Trinidad and Tobago holds their collective breaths. Curaçao, losers of 5 straight in Nations League play. An upper hand right now at 2-0. Just about 2.5 minutes to go in the first half of action. Yet again, it's over the top, and Bacuna angling in, wanted a penalty, will not get it. Martinez was standing right there, trying to draw the decision from the official. Instead, numbers again, flooding the 18. Gory, and off of that one, goal kick coming. And now Martinez is going to meet with Juninho Bacuna to converse that last sequence. The top 4 teams awaiting the advancing teams out of League A. United States, Mexico, Canada, and Costa Rica. Those 4 will be re-ranked depending on their FIFA rankings. That will be released after the group stage. And then the 4 teams that advance will be seeded based off of the point accumulation. As it stands right now, Trinidad and Tobago would be the runners-up of League A and Group A, advancing to a quarterfinal, and would likely be the top runner-up and would get whoever ends up being rated lower between the U.S. and Mexico. Those 2 teams separated by just 1 position, and it's very possible that Mexico could overtake the U.S. when the newest rankings come out. Officials want a stoppage of play, and Rangelo Jenga is down. So we'll stop it here for a head injury. Glance at it. There it is. Caught him flush right on the weak side. That'll be a drop ball to restart play. Trinidad Tobago had their little surge. We've seen 13 combined shots between these 2 sides. 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. Does that allow Trinidad and Tobago to get 1 back? Or does Curaçao have a thought of perhaps adding a 3rd before halftime? A team that had only scored once in the tournament so far. And that coming in stoppage time against Panama in their last match. They scored twice, doing so in the span of 5 minutes in the opening 12. This ball on the sideline. Curaçao, no doubt about it, would be more than content with going into halftime ahead 2-0. Trinidad and Tobago, meanwhile, will have some questions to consider at the break. Here's Kuas. Not enough on that pass for Bacuna. Hackshaw between 2 minds of thought. Does he try to make the turn? Does he try to give it to the keeper? Does he send it out of play? He elected to give it right back to Curaçao. Not taking any chances here in the final minute of the first half. Trinidad and Tobago up here, I think are content with where they're at in this first half, not eyeing another goal to allow. So they will sit back defensively, and there's your first half whistle. What a magical opening it has been for Curaçao. 1 goal through the first 3 matches, but twice in the opening 12 minutes. Rangelo Janga and Godfrey Romero score in the first half. And it's a 2-0 lead for Curaçao at the break. We'll have the halftime highlights set the stage for half number 2 when we come back as Curaçao leads it 2-0 at halftime. Stick with us. Highlights right around the corner. Trinidad and Tobago make 3 halftime changes. Andre Raymond, Kareem Moses, and Christian Leham all come into the match, and they replace Ross Russell, Avre, and Michel Pun-Anjero. And let's see if that changes anything for Trinidad and Tobago. Down 2-0 in this match as we started off the second half. Michael Watrang and our entire crew, grateful to have you on board here on a Tuesday evening in Concacaf Nations League play. It is the finale of League A and Group A in Nations League action. Quarterfinals on tap. Will Trinidad and Tobago be there? As it stands now, the answer is yes. But Martinique could have something to say about that as that game starts 0-0 at halftime. Good to have you on board for this one. Let's see where Trinidad and Tobago go here in this second half. First half, Trinidad and Tobago outshot Curaçao and had more shots on target as well. 5-1, 7 and 5 respectively. Elsewhere, it is Panama 1 over Guatemala 0, and scoreless between El Salvador and Martinique. Here's Curaçao. They're looking for a third. Penetrating run here to the corner from Kuwas. Nice, his teammates sending it backwards. First time. Now here's a pass into the box. Bounced out, and the corner coming up. First time Curaçao has scored multiple goals in a match since a friendly against Indonesia on September 24th of 2022. And it's just the second time in their Nations League history that they've scored multiples. They beat Honduras 2-1 on June 6th. That's their last victory of any kind of 2022. Over a year later, they lead 2-0. Trinidad and Tobago looking to get one to try to make things interesting. Curaçao looking for a third. Hard hit corner. Smith catches, wants to run quickly. But men all around him. He'll stop. Now he'll restart it with a glider through the middle. Trinidad and Tobago in white, Curaçao in blue. 2-0 for La Familia Azul. Curaçao has been relegated to League B. We know that. We know that El Salvador, likewise, has been relegated. The question is, can Trinidad and Tobago hold off newcomers behind them, Martinique and Panama? A, to advance, and B, perhaps, to take the top spot out of League A and Group A. Could be the top-rated team after the group stage if they come back to win this one. Based on their point total, will overtake Jamaica, 10 points, 3 wins and a draw in Group B. Ball ends up working out, at least for a moment. Melvin Jones wants to go quickly with this. Aubrey David joins the festivities. Made a 68th career start for Trinidad and Tobago. High arcing ball to the sideline. Hits the backside of Ojinya and goes out. Corner kick coming for Trinidad and Tobago. Is it a set piece that gets this team going? Or do they find magic in the run of play? Telfer, born in Canada, raised in Trinidad and Tobago. Debuted in 2019 against Martinique. He fires in this corner kick into the middle, punched away by Dornbush. Telfer back on it. Selective in his choices now. Another corner kick coming. The 34-year-old Anita. Last man to touch it. Here it is again. Look at Dornbush. Steady, calm, confident. defining night for Trevor Doornbush, who plays in the Netherlands. This time he does not get there first. Here's a ball that just goes high. That was a dangerous moment from Trinidad and Tobago off of a corner. They need more of that. That was the substitute, Lehim. Another look. Here he is. One chest down and the kick. It actually hit the crossbar on that second glance. Skims the top of it. Panama have added a second. That just happening. Eric Davis scoring in the 48th minute. So their stranglehold of the top position in League A and Group A tightens. They would win the group if everything stands. And now Trinidad and Tobago, you would think, would need a win at this point to overtake Panama. Aubrey David keeps it in play. Jones fouled. Gorey on top of him. It's a quick restart. And quick into the attack. Martinique, Curaçao have done their part. But Martinique have not scored yet. They're the only team that can overtake Trinidad and Tobago for the final position in the quarterfinals. Doornbush under pressure. Gets it out to midfield in the track. Aubrey David taking some offense to Janino Pacuna. Will this be our first booking of the night? Pacuna has yet to step back. And it's fascinating that Martinez went directly to Aubrey David instead of Pacuna. It's a good ball. Raymond giving chase, cannot get there in time. And it trickles out. So 2 matches at 2-0. Martinique and El Salvador still scoreless. Martinique has had 40% of possession and just 3 shots. If Martinique were to win by a 2-0 tally, and this match were to hold, we'll go into additional tiebreakers to decide who moves on. Doornbush. Gets a ball to the middle of the yard. Pacuna did well to keep that ball in play. David leaps to beat Gorey to the ball, and then Gorey commits the foul, retreating. These two sides have a long history together. The first meeting came back in 1967. Trinidad and Tobago winning that one 2-0. In fact, the Soca Warriors scored multiple goals and clean sheets in each of the first 3 meetings before Curaçao picked up a 3-1 win in 1969. A bunch of meetings in the 70s, the 80s, then they went nearly 2 decades before playing again between 2000 and 2014. And 8 years between meetings from 2015 to a month ago. A 1-0 Trinidad and Tobago win. But now it is Curaçao looking to win for the second time in the last 3 between the two sides, after winning just twice in the first 16. A foul given and a reset now for Curaçao. Curaçao poised. They do not look like a team that has been relegated. Pacuna, Gorey continues his run. Gorey, perfect, taken down, penalty decided. And it is the substitute Moses that commits the penalty. And Curaçao can add a third. And yet again, it is Gorey creating. It's so good from Pacuna and Gorey. And Moses just could not get over in time to win possession. And here comes a penalty opportunity. And Kenji Gori stands on top of it, looking to allow Curaçao to pull away. If there was ever a stop for Denzel Smith, this would be it for Trinidad and Tobago. Gori, it'll be a short run up, a couple steps, a shot, flawless, tucks it in left corner. Curaçao 3, Trinidad and Tobago 0. A hug with his father, and his third goal for country. The party is on in Curaçao. Gori strikes it decisive. Hits the back corner of the net. Smith went left. Gori went to his right. Deserving, one would say, for Kenji Gori. Whenever he has had the ball at his feet, he has been the man that has pulled so many strings for Curaçao tonight. And things have tightened up even further in League A and Group A. Trinidad and Tobago on 9 points, but a 0 goal differential. If Martinique is able to take a lead, it would be a virtual tie between Trinidad and Tobago and Martinique. Plenty of time left in both matches. 35 minutes or so. But tonight, here in Willemstad, Curaçao, it has been all Curaçao. Jenga in the 7th minute, Romerito in the 12th, and Gori in the 56th. And one would think Curaçao might not be done yet with the confidence that they are playing with. Bacunia, here's Gori again. He has been relentless all night. Gori attacking. Gori pass 2. A heat check of a shot. Hackshaw blocks. And Trinidad and Tobago can reset. What a moment it has been from Curaçao as Jenga commits the foul. Here's a ball forward. Moore unable to get to it first before Gori sends it away. Trinidad and Tobago used 3 changes at halftime. Can they get enough possession to score a goal? Here's a foul. Well, if you remember, both of Curaçao's wins in the first 17 meetings against Trinidad and Tobago have come at home. Here's another look at it on the foul. A little bit late from Ramprasad. And now a free kick. I mentioned it earlier. Is it a set piece that ignites the Trinidad and Tobago attack? Here's the shot coming in. Headed, but wide. Kareem Moses nearly made amends. Had a chance on the back post, just couldn't latch onto it. What a move. Bacunia beats David. David hustling back to recover. Bacunia using that against him. Bacunia! Wide left. Everything has been exposed along this sideline. The left side in the attack for Curaçao has been so good. And that run for Bacunia, nearly majestic. So many good moments. Trinidad and Tobago only needed a draw to get through to the quarterfinals. They have made things quite tough on themselves. Down 3-0. Next shot, back for David. Along the sideline. Last touch by Trinidad and Tobago. Was hoping for a quicker run. Was Jones. Here it is again from Bacuna. How did he find the space to be able to work this? And then the ability to twist the hips around. It was wide, but nevertheless, a great moment from Bacuna again. The last time that Curaçao won a match, it was Juninho Bacuna's brother, Luis Angel Bacuna, scoring against Honduras, the opener, and then Vanderhoek won it in the 82nd minute, 2-1. That was in Nations League play on June 6th of 2022. Winless in the last 10 are Curaçao. Is tonight the night that goes away and a victory is held? Over an hour into this one, Curaçao 3, Trinidad and Tobago 0. Curaçao was 5th in the league on the table. Trinidad and Tobago was 1 entering the night. Moore tried to hit it first time, whiffs. Moore, second time ball, whistles wide. Who would have seen this coming? Curaçao entered having a total of 5 goals scored in their 3 matches. 1-0 loss to Trinidad and Tobago, 1-0 against Martinique loss, and a 2-1 loss to Panama. But they've scored thrice this evening. Curaçao, pure electricity all evening. It's the most goals that they have scored in 2 years when they beat British Virgin Islands 8-0 in World Cup qualifier. Curaçao had scored a grand total of 6 goals in 8 Nations League matches entering the night. They've scored 3 tonight. Free kick, Telfer into the 18. Coming back more hefty, but no foul. It is Kuas coming to the rescue. That right now Trinidad and Tobago will be trying to get a goal, but of course you can't expose yourself, because then all Martinique would need would be a goal of their own, and they would be the team that would be advancing to a quarterfinal instead of Trinidad and Tobago. Getting to the quarterfinals, so massive, so many doors swing open at that point. Curaçao and El Salvador are relegated to League B in next year's Nations League. What a night it has been here. Curaçao started the night with a flourish. Twice in the opening 12 minutes they scored after just 1 goal in the first 270 minutes of this tournament. Bacuna angles to the corner flag. No rush here against David. David cancels it out. Now Gorey, after a ping pong ball back to him. Gorey through! And it gets blocked away, and then a foul is whistled after the run coming in from Ronhelo Jenga. Getting to the end line, whipping ball in. Enough defensively that time from the Soca Warriors. Trinidad and Tobago had the most goals in League A Group A entering the night. Being held without a goal so far. Jones will get another chance at it if he gets there first. He does not, however. Gets some help. Jones stumbles to the surface. Trinidad and Tobago have not been shut out in Nations League play since 2019. 4-0 loss at Honduras. And Honduras shut them out the month prior in Trinidad and Tobago. The only two times that Trinidad and Tobago have been blanked. David in no real rush. Always an Iron Man of sorts. Very rarely comes off of the bench. Not for country, not for club. Ball twisting. Pushed to the ground. And then fired away. Hackshaw over the sideline, and here's the attack now. Bacuna getting to the 18. Hackshaw, though, on the recovery run, gets back to it and takes it away. Is this a moment for Trinidad and Tobago? Telfer, excellent pass, shooting, scoring. Trinidad and Tobago are on the board. It takes 68 minutes, but Ryan Moore has Trinidad and Tobago within two. It's 3-1. What a pass. Telfer wraps it around the defense. So much strength for Moore. And Moore finishes. It is perfect from Trinidad and Tobago. There goes the clean sheet. A goal is in the net. And perhaps a breath for Trinidad and Tobago. As the screws once again tighten down a little bit further with Martinique still scoreless against El Salvador. And that means that Trinidad and Tobago still on the fast track. Second goal in this international window for Ryan Moore. Scored against Guatemala in the 54th minute, and here it is a 68th minute goal.
And the same 68th minute substitution side of Curaçao coming on from pitch player number 13, Joshua Zimmerman, replacing number 14, Kenji Borrell.
So Joshua Zimmerman replaces the most dangerous man on the field tonight, Kenji Gore. Here's a bending, twisting ball in that's headed away by Van Hema. Well, does that change this match? Does Trinidad and Tobago get another one back? Telfer had the assist on the Moore goal. Fires this into the 18. Dornbush erases any hope that time around. And now he'll take the air out of the ball. So it's back to a 2-goal differential between Trinidad and Tobago and Martinique. And the 2-point differential, obviously, still valuable. But Martinique just a goal away from getting back to level in terms of points. Here's Zimmerman, first opportunity since his substitution. Zimmerman, pass one, decides to take aim. Always covered by Smith. And just rather than restart play, two changes coming for Trinidad and Tobago. No, check that, one change. Telfer is out. So the man that just had the assist will give way. The 20-year-old Real Gil comes in. Ryan Telfer goes out. 71st minute, Curaçao 3, Trinidad and Tobago 1. Final match of the group stage in League A and Group A. Curaçao already relegated before the night began. Trying to play spoiler against Trinidad and Tobago. Well, the Soca Warriors are trying to hold on to dear life to the final position out of League A, Group A, and into the quarterfinals. As it stands now, they're 2 points clear of Martinique. Martinique would need to beat El Salvador. That game is still scoreless. And overcome the goal differential with Trinidad and Tobago. Zimmerman, full throttle. Zimmerman, angle gets shut down by David. Bacuna, pinging around, bodies still on it. Lays it back, Romero. Overlap on the run. That is a well-weighted ball through the middle, and Bacuna just could not get a piece. Nearly a fourth for Curaçao. What a pass, Kuas. And then Martello, and Bacuna was hoping to catch that on the short hop. Here in the Curaçao capital of Willemstad, that has produced the likes of Ozzy Albies and Andrew Jones in Major League Baseball, and plenty of others. Capacity of nearly 10,000 here at this facility. Curaçao 3, Trinidad and Tobago 1. David sights forward. David loops. Brought down. Excellent pass. Gil denied. Second chance is a goal. Christian Leaham makes it a one-goal game. Trinidad and Tobago have caught fire. And it's now just 3-2. Another look at it. Cheeky pass for more. Gill's shot blocked, and that proved to be the problem. Benhima blocks it. And it is a dynamic finish from Leaham. I mentioned this is a Trinidad and Tobago group that have trailed in each of their last two matches and come back to win. They are now down by just one. Goals raining here in Curaçao. Zimmerman looking to answer. Jones on his hip. Zimmerman deking. Zimmerman gets the angle. Pushed away by Jones. And it's a corner coming up for Curaçao. Fine work. Jones had enough to push that ball away. A one-goal differential. Curaçao looking to end the group stage with a win here at home and end a 10-match winless drought. But all of a sudden, it's just a one-goal differential. Corner kick coming. Bacuna slings it in. And is it another penalty? It is. Martinez says yes. And another penalty given. And Curaçao can add a fourth. Here it is again. Into the box. Header hits him in the hand. That is surprising, to be honest. Rampersad gets hit. The hand is in his body. That is a surprising call. So now a penalty, and now a chance. It is Bradley Kuas to get it back to a 2-goal game. Bradley Kuas, saved by Smith, and that keeps it at 3-2. That ball was not that well taken. Would want that one back. Smith save, massive moment. All momentum riding on Trinidad and Tobago's side. Here's Bacuna, has Zimmerman. Zimmerman chips it through the middle, and it's an own goal. How does that happen? Nothing but white jerseys around the 6-yard box. And now a debate, is it another penalty? And not an own goal. It looks like it. So the own goal is going to be waved off. And it's going to be another penalty. Here it is. This ball chipped. Let's see what happens. They call the foul actually on Smith. Well, Smith just saved a penalty. Can he save another? This time it's Bacuna. 3-2 Curaçao. Juninho Bacuna steps, pummels, finishes. No doubt about this one. Curaçao 4, Trinidad and Tobago 2. Juninho Bacuna, so poised. And it is a fourth goal. We have now had 4 goals. Check that, 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. And 1 penalty save in that stretch as well. 2 penalty kicks for Curaçao, 1 goal. And just as Trinidad and Tobago had brought it within 1, it is back to 4-2 Curaçao out in front. This is the 3rd time in 18 meetings that both teams have scored multiple goals. 2014 in the Caribbean Cup, Trinidad and Tobago beat Curaçao 3-2. And in 1979, same scoreline. And tonight, it is 4-2. The most collective goals scored was 7. A couple months after that 3-2 match in 1979 when Trinidad and Tobago beat Curaçao 6-1. 80th minute, Curaçao 4, Trinidad and Tobago 2. What a night it has been here in Willemstad. 2 goals in the opening 12 minutes for Curaçao after they had just 1 in the tournament. They led 2-0 at halftime. They added a 3rd in the 56th minute. And now is a 5th in order. Zimmerman tucks, Saved by Smith. Moore and Leham scoring 6 minutes apart in the 68th and 74th minutes. A penalty kick saved by Smith in the 76th, and a Bacuna goal in the 78th. And this Zimmerman chance looked like it was always going to be wide. Might have had a little bit of a curl. Corner kick, however, coming up. 10 more minutes to go. Near post it goes. Jenga flicked it on. Moses angles it out. Gill comes over, intercepts, no foul, back post ball, headed across, hits the crossbar, second chance, it goes in. A fifth for Curaçao. The goal scoring onslaught continues. A fifth goal of the night for Curaçao. Incredible. They'd scored 5 total goals in their last 10 matches, and they have 5 tonight. Here it is, no foul. And then the ball in, this header from Van Hema off the crossbar, and it's tidied up. Smith's trying to get back to it, but Rangelo Jenga scores for the second time tonight. This game has everything. Drama and goals. And we got a couple changes coming here as well. So it's going to be Elson Hoy, a 31-year-old who grew up right here in Willemstad and has 10 goals with his country, replacing Kuwas here in the 83rd minute. And the other change will be Kevin Felita. He's going to replace Justin Ojinja. The fourth official had the coloring wrong. Or no, check that. It's going to be 20-7, so Bacuna is going to come out. Bacuna has one of the 5 goals tonight. And an applause for him as he walks off. What a night it has been. 5 goals for Curaçao. Most goals that Trinidad and Tobago have given up since giving up 6 to the U.S. in the Gold Cup on July 2nd. It's the most goals they've ever given up in Nations League play. They've given up 5 through the first 3 matches. They've given up 5 more tonight. Martinique and El Salvador still scoreless. Panama still 2-0 leaders against Guatemala. So Panama and Trinidad and Tobago would advance to the quarterfinals. Curaçao and El Salvador were relegated before the matches started tonight. But it has been a motivated Curaçao side on the home field. We have seen now 4 goals in 13 minutes. There was a penalty save in that mix as well. And let's see, in the final 7 or so minutes, do we have more goals? Gill is fouled. It's an easy choice. And now a little bit of extracurriculars. Some pushing, some shoving. Hackshaw trying to intervene. Well, that's about the only thing that we haven't had tonight are bookings. We have not had 1 yellow card this evening for either side. 28 shots, 7 goals. And now some of the Curaçao players came onto the field, and that's about the only thing that left that could happen. It's been a fairly clean match. Any foul has been met with laughter, high fives than it has anything else. And now we will get our first booking. And it's going to be Christian Lehim and Vernon Anita, both getting one. So now a yellow card for each side. Trinidad and Tobago have given up multiple goals for a third straight match. They came back to win their first two. It would need some kind of miraculous intervention to happen for this one. Jones in, David lets it pass, still loose, back heel, and a goal. Trinidad and Tobago with a highlight caliber strike. It's a magnificent finish, and it's a 2-goal match once again at 5-3. Who finishes this one? Jones sent it in, David let it pass. There's your back heel, and you're finished by Andre Rampersad. A clever goal. And Noah Powder comes on as well. The Northern Colorado man. Plays in USL's League One. Replaces Nabil Hackshaw, who plays in the USL Championship. Five, 3 is the score. And a foul given against Trinidad and Tobago.
And ladies and gentlemen, minute 86, another goal for the team of Trinidad and Tobago. The goal scorer is number 18, Andre Rampersad.
Will we see more goals before the conclusion of tonight? We get a foul, and we get a booking as well. Easy choice here. It looks like Andre Raymond is going to get this one. I do not envy our stat keeper tonight. Anytime that you look away, there's a shot, there's a goal, there's a foul, there's something to put in the books. 8 goals tonight. Markello making the attack and Raymond taking him out. 5-3, Curaçao on top of Trinidad and Tobago. But Trinidad and Tobago should still advance as El Salvador and Martinique still scoreless. Martinique just 4 shots in that match. Free kick in, through everybody, didn't ever touch anyone on its way through. Felita races to track it down, sends it back through, punched around by Zimmerman, and then that ball angles back after hitting Zimmerman, and Smith wants his team to go for a 4th. This ball bounced high off the ground. Gill trying to get the angle. Fine work by Eugenia. Gill gets the last touch of it, and it goes for a throw for Curaçao. Trinidad and Tobago have led 3-0, 3-2, 5-2, and now 5-3. They have their sights set on perhaps a 6th. This is a hustling effort along that right-hand side. Zimmerman, they switch from the left to the right. We're into the 90th minute now. Curaçao 5, Trinidad and Tobago 3. Michael Watrang with you. Great to have you on board. What a night it has been. Curaçao entering the night relegated, knowing that no matter what the result was tonight, they wouldn't be able to get out of that area. Losses to Trinidad and Tobago, Martinique, and Panama, all by a goal. That's the fine line that they've been towing. And they have an offensive outburst in hand. Twice tonight they have scored goals within 5 minutes of each other. Anita. Jenga, Anita, right back with it. Where does he want? Penetrating to the side, now shuffling back, spinning around. And it's played out by Raymond as we hit the 90-minute mark and await stoppage time, and we get 6 additional minutes tonight. And with how this game has gone, you might see another goal or two left between these two sides. Corner kick coming for Curaçao. Curaçao entered with a -3 goal differential. This ball into the 18. Jenga tried to get there first, instead intercepted, but he gets it back. Curaçao waiting for a second ball, and that one not well hit. It goes out off of the deflection. Here's your updated group standings. Panama have added a third, so they will be the top team out of League A in Group A. Trinidad and Tobago will be the number 3 team overall of the League A teams to advance. It'll go Panama, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Honduras. And Trinidad and Tobago can expect to face off against either the United States or Mexico, depending on which team will be ranked in the FIFA rankings lower. United States 11, Mexico 12, but there is a possibility that Mexico will overtake the United States in the FIFA rankings. And that would mean that Trinidad and Tobago could play the United States again, a team that they just lost to 6-0 in the Gold Cup. So free kick coming. Here comes this ball. It's a nice laser, but intercepted by Curaçao. They have numbers running forward. It's late on the pass. Doesn't matter. Felita the target. And it's pushed on. It looked good for a moment. There might have been a chance there. Instead, it's a reset, and it's over the head of Alvin Jones. All the drama that could have been tonight. Martinique never could score. To make things ultra interesting, it's Abdiel Ayerza that scores for Panama. These two sides have accounted for 29 shot attempts. And what a stark contrast it was tonight versus the first time these teams met in Nations League play just about a month ago in the opener of the group stage. It was scoreless until the 87th minute when Nathaniel James, who did not play tonight, had the game winner in the 87th minute. It was 1-0 Trinidad and Tobago. The Soca Warriors have never relinquished the top spot on the league table until tonight, when Panama leading by 3 goals against Guatemala. The pass inaccurately hit. Does Trinidad and Tobago take advantage? They do not. 4-on-4. Galloping on this side is Hoy. The city native, Hoy. Right back to him off of David. Hoy to the penalty dot. It's a good initial touch, but it's a better save from Smith. Zimmerman, too hefty on it. Still not out yet. And Trinidad and Tobago able to clear their lines that time around, all the way out to midfield, but gathered back in and charged back forward. Romerito, who had the second goal tonight, is fouled. No, commits the foul, rather. What a night this has been. Enjoyable watch, top to bottom this evening. Jenga started it in the 7th minute, Romerito in the 12th, 2-0 at halftime, despite Trinidad and Tobago having more shots. Gore scores in the 56th minute to make it 3-0 on a penalty. One of the 3 penalties that Trinidad and Tobago have conceded tonight. Trinidad and Tobago brought one back in the 68th and brought a second back in the 74th. It was 3-2 with 15 minutes to go. And then goals in the span of 3 minutes from Curaçao from Bacunia and Jenga. Made it 5-2. Rampersad with a delightful back heel, twisting around in the 6. Made it 5-3. And that's where we stand now with perhaps 60 more seconds left. It is officially concluded in Panama City. 3-0. Panama wins it over Guatemala. David able to get a piece of it. Trinidad and Tobago looking to take another goal home with them before they advance to the quarterfinals. Gill could not funnel it through 2 defenders. And it's cleared out to midfield by Gari. Maybe your last moment of the night, right here. Powder, into the 18 it goes, past Gill. No whistle quite yet. Now an acceleration. Gill shoots, it's over. And there's your final whistle. A 10-match winless drought is over for Curaçao. They score 5 times tonight and beat Trinidad and Tobago 5-3. But the Soca Warriors are into the quarterfinals, holding on to the number 2 spot in League A and Group A. Panama and Trinidad and Tobago will advance to the quarterfinals. But an electric night here in Willemstad, Curaçao. The nation's capital watches La Familia Azul put up its most goals since June 5th of 2021, with 5 of them here tonight. What an evening it was here in Willemstad. 5-3, Curaçao wins it. Full time here in Willemstad. Highlights are right around the corner. We'll tie a bow on tonight's coverage and set the stage for the quarterfinals when we come back. Full-time highlights from tonight's match in Willemstad, Curaçao, and we had no idea what to expect tonight. Curaçao was relegated before the night even began. Trinidad and Tobago could win the group, but in the 7th minute, Rangelo Jenga finishes and starts a night that would be full of fireworks. He had the only goal so far for Curaçao, and he scores right at the outset. 5 minutes later, Godfried Romerito, one touch, perfect shot. Smith cannot get there in time. And it's a 2-0 lead in the blink of an eye for a Curaçao team that had only scored once so far in Nations League play. But a great start, and that's how we went to halftime here this evening. In the second half, we had 3 changes for Trinidad and Tobago, and it was yet again Gore forcing the issue. He draws the penalty in the 55th, and seconds later finishes 3-0. Curaçao on top in the 56th minute, and it felt like Curaçao was going to hustle to a victory. But how about this pass? Ryan Telfer picks out Rion Moore, and he finishes. What a wraparound pass. Past 2 defenders. Moore keeps his positioning in front of another defender. He finishes. Moments after that, 6 minutes later, it is Gill shooting, getting it blocked, but Leham finishing. And Trinidad and Tobago were within 1 and had their sights set again on winning the group. But in the 78th minute, this ball would be hit off of a hand. It would be a penalty. Bacuna, check that was the 76th minute. Rampersad had it hit his hand. Kuas missed the penalty. And then this ball came in. We had another penalty given. This time it was the goalkeeper, Smith, committing the penalty. And it sent Bacuna to the line, and he finished. Bottom right, 4-2 the lead. And then 3 minutes later, this ball off of the crossbar. Jenga again finishes a brace for Rangelo Jenga and a 5-2 lead. But the goals were not done yet. How about this ball in the box? Rampersad able to twist it around in traffic, funnel it in. Dornbusch couldn't save. And the most goals ever scored in a Curaçao Trinidad and Tobago fixture sees Curaçao win it by a final score tonight of 5-3. A victory this evening for Trinidad and Tobago. Or check that, for Curaçao, but a night of positivity for Trinidad and Tobago because Martinique, unable to score, means a 0-0 draw, sends forward Trinidad and Tobago into the quarterfinals. So it'll be the United States, Mexico, Canada that will all play host to your group stage winners, Panama and Jamaica, in your group runner-ups, Trinidad and Tobago and Honduras. Your final tally tonight, once again, it is Curaçao 5, goals from Jenga twice, Romerito, Goray, and Bacuna, and Trinidad and Tobago 3. Goals from Moore, Lehim, and Rampersad here tonight. 5-3, Curaçao takes down Trinidad and Tobago this evening, but Trinidad and Tobago into the next stage, and Curaçao has been